Kameyama Castle, built by Mitsuhide as a home and base. Now a prison to Mitsuhide's son.
More of the Nanban hired reinforcements.
Look, I'm not Naoe. Climbing is just shit. I'm just gonna go through the fucking door.
Why is he here? You will die.
I should be near the tent too. Well, my pathing's just going to take me straight in, thankfully. Although I'm going to have a lot of people to kill at the same time. So many people! Good lord, I'm glad I didn't stop and kill everybody, because that would have been
Brother
done.
was here recently.
But he's not currently here? Oh yeah, changed weapon. Good about that. Oh, this dude. The man and their dog wants a piece of me. God, the damage is so bad. Really? I'm not about that. Get off. Get off! How is any bullet sure. Okay. Fewer people than if I had tried to kill everybody on the way up.
Mitsuyoshi should be held near the tent,
Samurai.
inside the living
Here.
quarters.
They took him. The young lord locked him away. Beneath a tenshu, a key. Here. Stole it when I had the chance.
I will help him.
Thank you.
You have done everything you can.
And she did. Oh god. Hi. You're a bit late to this party, sir. The festivities were already had. Can't believe I didn't get into conflict. Oh, her brother is so young. I was expecting a dude. Come along, kid.
You, samurai. I have not seen you before.
Lord Mitsuyoshi?
If you're going to kill me, do it quickly. Better yet, hand me your wakizashi. I will show you how a warrior dies with dignity.
My name is Yasuke. I was sent here by Lady Tama. She is expecting you at Atago Shrine.
Naoe? Atago. No. One of the foreigners, Balthazar. He took my katana. I can't go to Atago without it.
Your Naoe has gone through much to keep you safe. If something were to happen to you, I do not know how I could face her. Come, let us talk elsewhere. Stay close, young lord. I will ensure no harm falls upon you.
Why are
Who are you
helping
kidding?
me anyway?
I promise Lady Tama, my lord.
You just keep
Yes,
running,
I
alright?
understand that.
Just keep
What
running.
I mean is,
Because
what do you get from
there's
helping
gonna
us?
be a lot of
The
people
chance to
attacking
do
you.
what is right.
I see. I understand.
Just keep going, kid.
This place is dangerous.
You don't fucking
You
say.
go. I will wait here.
We can take him.
We should go now.
Oh my god, would you just freaking auto follow?
This place is dangerous.
Start with the big guy. He's gonna be the most troublesome. And we're out.
That non-farm fool. He is usually in the courtyard. No doubt showing off my katana.
I will deliver your blade to Atago. Do you know the way?
I have been there many times with my father.
Then go. Be careful, young lord.
Seriously. Brutal assassination.
And katana, it does not belong to you.
When it's in my hand. When it's in my hands, isn't it? You want it so badly? I'll give it to you.
I told you, it does not belong to you.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, we're having sound problems. His weapon misfired. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get out before you guys came in. Is it far? Am I going on foot? Yeah, I'm going on foot.
Now, to Atago's shrine.
I know I saw.
Tried to run him over. Alas. Don't ask me, we're going a very long roundabout way of getting here. Give me a sec. I have to kill the Roman. He got stuck though.
I would have been.
God damn it, Yasuke. Stuck. God damn it.
My katana. Do you have it?
I do. I will give it to you at the shrine. We can go up together.
Okay, let's go. When Balthazar took my katana, I was so angry, I cried in my room. I felt like I couldn't protect anything or anyone, including my sister. Then I got mad at myself for acting like a small child. A child who will never be a warrior.
To be a warrior, you must believe in something. You must open your heart to it. Be willing to lay your emotions bare. To feel nothing is to believe in nothing. Shedding tears is the mark of a warrior.
Thank you, Yasuke.
Yasuke?
Naoe, you kept us safe.
I did what I had to, dear brother. And now
Why are you
we
Hosokawa?
are leaving this
And not
place.
But what about that man?
Akechi?
Karo?
He's
We
Akechi.
can't just-
It
Oh,
will
she
be
must have
taken
married
care
somebody.
of. Do you have father's katana? Then go. Quickly now, we ride out soon. Before each battle, my father would visit Atago with that katana and pray to the deities for protection. Now, the katana belongs to my brother. It is up to him to decide what to do with it.
Will you tell him?
No. Mitsuyoshi will leave the blade here to rest. A proper parting with our father. There has been enough death around me lately. And I know what you are capable of.
I understand why you would view me as such, my lady. And there is little I can say or do to change your mind.
No. You are not like the others. You don't fight for power or accolades.
So, this is why you spared me.
For a second, I thought about it. Pulling the trigger. Then I remembered how you looked at Karo. I mistook it for hatred at first. But then, I saw something else. Something that showed me who you really were. It was then I knew you weren't my enemy.
You wish for Karo's demise as well.
I
course she
prayed
does.
for his death.
Well, obviously.
daily. A corrupting influence on my father, my home, my family. I hope to put this time behind me as well. To free myself from the whims of those who crave power.
To truly move on is to forget why you survived. I do not see you as someone who can move on.
Who am I, then?
Someone who took a risk on me and their own life, all to save their brother. Someone defined by their love. You are strong enough to face your past and whatever comes next. Your brother reminds me of another boy. One very close to my heart.
You will return to this boy safely. Your eyes told me.
You said it was not hatred nor rage. What did you see?
Purpose. Takeda Castle. You will find Carol there.
Of course I have no fast travel point. I don't think there's a direct route. I'm pretty sure you'll have to go around. At least it's not a main road according to the map. There might be a side route. I don't know. I don't care. All of this is so unnecessary. It's not relevant to the story. The story's done. You're just beating a dead horse at this point. No one cares. Okay, that's a fairly alright route.
Just make your move. it. Kuzo.
Still broke as always. Hi.
If I am
Bye.
fine, they will come for me.
I won't give up.
He says when they've already spotted him. It's a bit late at that point to have regrets about being spotted, bro.
Takeda, that castle in the clouds. I have to make my way up.
I mean, we've been doing that for half the path already. Think of it as working on your cardio. And leg day, because it's a hill.
No, Caro. I am coming for you.
Like, why is there a guardian already here? Usually they come, like, after you've attacked a place. I just don't understand that concept.
Try me. Take his head.
This is a very long path. Another guardian. On. I was clearly in cover. You even said that I was in cover. Huh? How did I just get one shot? Who one shot me? That's the second time that's happened in this kind of situation where it's just like I don't understand what just happened. There's nothing on the ground. There's no reason for me to just have died. Probably near where I want to be, or I will get... Oh, fuck's sake. No fault of my own, thank you very much. I have no
I am
patience.
coming for you.
I'm
There
pissed.
is no
I want
way
this
you
game to
can
just
run.
fuck off. I'm just done with it. But I just don't want to, you know, stop before I get to the end because that's so stupid. Like, I've just spent 60 hours getting to this point. I need to freaking finish it. But it's just, this is just bullshit. It's like pulling teeth. This is agonizing. I just don't care. None of this is important. None of this is relevant to the game. The game's story is over. If you wanted people to care about this shit, you should have done it before we finished killing the Shinbakufu. Come and get me. I know you know where I am.
You are near. Can you feel it? It is the sins of your past given form.
Probably quicker to kill them, quite honestly. Because them searching for me is taking forever. Can you please go away? Yeah, all of you, please go away. That dude over there, that dude over there. Can you just not be here, please? I think the other guy's broken. He's literally frozen. He's still in the back end. Well, as long as he doesn't see me, I'm fine. I didn't come all here just to turn around. No.
So, she helped him.
Yes, senor. It was a bloodbath, and she was nowhere to be found.
Didn't expect the giant to be the one that gave her a voice. Like a wagon following the donkey.
Nunno caro. Hi.
Speak of the devil.
Rude.
You will answer for what you did.
You speak as if we know each other personally.
We do. It's all right, Mama.
Snookaru!
I don't really know what you're being accused of. As far as I would assume, neither of you can read. And, you know, you're on a moving ship. It's not uncommon for documents to fall on the ground. I don't understand why we're all just like, ooh, straight to murder. They must be conspiring against us. Like, what? Can you at least write it better to make it believable? This is, I don't feel emotional. I feel like it's just so silly. Sillily written, even though sillily is not a word. Stupidly written.
Who sent you?
No one, Senor Caro. No one. Please! We saw nothing! We saw nothing! Ah! Mama! Ah! Ah, Mama! Mama!
It's of your own choosing.
How did you get onto a ship in the middle of a storm? Are we implying that he met Sue years before? Oh, it's a dude. Never mind. Why did the assassins sacrifice themselves for Yasuke? That kind of doesn't make any sense. And where the fuck is he gonna go in the middle of a fucking ocean? That entire scene was so stupid.
Yasuke!
It was necessary. I had to set an example to the others. Your mother's death taught everyone how I felt about insubordination. Everyone except you, it seems.
It is uncommon for a corpse to talk this much.
So, what do you want, Diogo? Revenge?
Justice?
Will get you nothing, I'm afraid. We have the regalia already.
Not for long. We will make sure of it.
We? Diogo. I was sent here because no one else in my organization cared enough. And look what I accomplished. Look around you, Diogo. Everything you see here is mine. This land, its resources, its people. You should understand that better than anyone.
Put 100, 1,000 men between us, Caro. There is no difference. You are welcome to watch them all die.
Why is he walking away? Oh, good, he's not.
My friends, the bounty for escaped slaves will be honored today, but only dead.
Nope.
Run.
He's running
It
away.
will serve
Fuck's
you no
sake.
use.
Stop
Kill him,
prolonging this
so we
game.
can focus
It's
on what
done.
really matters.
Nobody cares. The plot is finished. We've killed the BBEG. Fuck's sake.
Kill him. Remind him of his
It's agonizing at this point. Would you fucking sprint, you dipshit? Christ. Menacingly approaching your enemies is not going to stop you from being shot, you idiot. Is that a door? Okay. I don't really know how you want me to chase him. Here? No, that's not right. Yeah, stopped to eat. My food was getting cold. I was just getting really angry and annoyed. Let's just proceed with the bullshit. Where even am I? I don't know where I am. This is not helping. Where am I? What's with the weird sound?
I have hunted greater warriors than you.
Oh, maybe I've turned my volume down while I was eating.
You cannot hide
Hold on.
from me,
I
Karo.
turn it up. No, it still sounds weird. It's missing sound effects still. Not that way. What do I mean not that way? It's the only way to go. Sir? Ah. Yeah, I don't think it's deliberate. I think it's a consequence of the sound effects going screwy in the game, like it has been for the last 10 hours. Bye. I still didn't help my situation. There's still no way forward. Is there a way in here? Aha. Sound is fucked. Sound is just destroyed in this game. I'm assuming both still climbing. Why is he going up a castle, by the way, may I ask? That seems like the worst plan. Oh, he didn't. For escape. Yasuke cannot climb that. Ha.
Huh?
Bye. I'm going this way. You're not even aware? That is hilarious. No. Up.
Stay
Who is he?
Diogo.
Hi.
Let us settle this like
I can't see
civilized
you.
men.
I'm sorry.
You know nothing of civility.
Ah, I was trying to drink.
Yeah.
Yee! Sorry. I was trying to drink. Sure.
Killing me will bring your mother back, Diogo.
He remembers though, which is progress. He didn't remember previously.
Too much.
He does.
You talk too much.
Hi. Now can I drink? Thank you. Don't forget, there is still a Templar after this guy. And then probably still have Hattori Hanzo's bullshit to do as well.
You will. Please. No.
Bye! I think he's still alive. Do you want to go down and kill him?
After you killed my mother, I kept my desire for vengeance in my heart. In the same place I once held thoughts of her. It kept me alive, nourished me, to get to you today.
Then, it's yours. Vengeance. Not that it will bring her back.
No, man, dead is dead.
It is no longer mere vengeance I want.
Then what is it? What is this all about?
A declaration of war against the Templar Order.
You are serious? My God, you're serious. What makes you think you can win?
Because we are united in the defense of our home.
Where is he
This
looking?
country.
His eyes are up,
So
but
shaken
Kato
with
is
strife.
down.
The people are victims to it. But together, they will be unstoppable. We will be unstoppable. We live by this code. And it is because of my league that I know what I must do.
And what does killing me prove?
That no one is untouchable. That even you are just one blade of grass in a withering field. And when you die, no one will remember you. Your death will only ever be a message to your compatriots. One that says you should fear us.
We will hunt you down. My crew will send everything at you.
After they find what is left of you, they may think twice. You may start praying now.
This isn't over. It's the beginning, in fact. The beginning of your end.
It is done.
Declaring war on the Templars. A fool's errand. Goodbye, Diogo.
My name is Yasuke.
I appreciate that, at least. One good thing out of this absolute clusterfuck. Another thing to learn about writing stories, most people don't give two shits about backstory at the end of the game. Backstory is something that you usually give it at the beginning of the game, certainly before the first half of the game. Wait, that's it? But there's another Templar. And Hanzo Hattori was like, oh, I'll message you when I'm ready. What? What a stupid place to leave it. I don't understand. I don't want to play anymore. This is just pure torture at this point. But you set up that there was more to go. How can there be nothing more? Then why bother saying that? I'll contact you. We'll go look for Tsu together. And then why is there room for a fourth person on the Templar board? I don't understand. None of this makes sense, Yasuke. None of it. Quest completed, end of the line. He has 85 points just sitting there doing nothing. Lol. 54. So I guess if that's the credits, we're done? I don't care about you. I don't care about you. You're dead. Well, actually, you're technically not dead. Oh, she was considered the fourth person. Oh, that's stupid. She wasn't really a Templar. She was working for the Templars. There's actually a difference between being a Templar and working for the Templars. But whatever. Okay, well, that's just even more. I didn't even meet somebody over here. Lol. And someone from Omi is missing as well. And someone from Yamato. What the heck? So many people I missed. That's fine. Their quests were not going to be of use anyway. Okay. Well, yeah, that seems to be the end of the game. I'm just speechless that was the end. What a strange place to finish. So, my thoughts on the game. Good lord, where do you even start? I don't know where to start. I really don't. The beginning was not great. I did not like the beginning of the game. I didn't like the continual flashbacks that we had to experience to give backstory. That was just a waste of time, poorly done, and didn't really give us any extra information. That is when we should have gotten Yasuke's backstory, because as I said, no one cares about a character's backstory at the end, unless it's the big bad evil guy doing some great reveal of his own backstory that justifies why he's doing things, which even then is bloody poor writing. But that's the only time anyone would really care. No one cares about your protagonist's backstory in the last 2 minutes of the game. We really don't. Your character should have been established before now, because that's what backstories are for. They establish character and plot. We needed these points much earlier, because then it would have given gravity to Yasuke's situation. We should have uncovered his history significantly earlier to be more connected to him. I feel like we lacked a significant connection to Yasuke because we just didn't have that backstory. Is it necessary to have backstory to have a connection to a character? No, I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. But in this particular situation, when they gave it to us anyway, right at the end, we needed that earlier on to understand a lot of his motivations throughout the game. The story was just bad. It was just confusing. There were just twists and turns and names thrown out. And I feel like, to an extent, they expected you to know Japanese history more so than wrote a story you could understand in and of itself. But I mentioned constantly, like, where's Tokugawa? What is he actually doing? Okay, he's off fighting a war. Against who? Where? Why? Why is he not in this game when he's such an important figure in this area? I need context for why a player that I have heard about, historically, is just not present. And even if, because you keep mentioning in the game that he's off somewhere, well, tell me what he's doing specifically. Oh, Hideyoshi is off also fighting in a war. I mean, is he fighting alongside Tokugawa? Are they fighting against each other? Like, I have no clue. The game didn't tell me what this war was, where the war was, and who it was against. I have no context for that piece of history in that part of the story, and I feel like it was frustrating because I needed it to help educate me about the world that we had the setting in, and educate me as to why these characters weren't present when I felt they should have been. So that was frustrating. And then to have this motherfucker, this guy here, be some random ass ex-shogun that literally, as I said, was mentioned once in the game. Once. And it was a passing comment by Naoe, where she's like, the previous shogun, what's his name? I have no idea what his name is. And then that was the end of the conversation. It was a throwaway comment that had no relation to anything, no importance. I have never heard of this guy, so I don't care about him. He's not built up as a character in the game. There's no focus on the ex-shogun in the entire plot of the story, be it the Shinbakufu or just the overarching fight against or between the samurai and the daimyo and whatnot in this area of Japan, in this game. There is no context for this ex-shogun. And to suddenly have him magically be the head of the Shinbakufu, it's just like, I don't even know you. Why do I care about you? Like, what? I laugh. I'm so baffled. I've never seen such poor writing, such poor decision making. Even in Dragon Age Valgate, which is an absolute train wreck from start to finish, at least their BBGs were clear. You knew who you were fighting against the entire time. To then just give us this random enemy? It makes no sense. Make it make sense. It was so strange. I've also touched similarly, it's kind of connected to it, but kind of not. And I mentioned it not too long ago. The fact that the quests just take you all over the world. So one quest, not all of them, because like the Butterfly Collector was contained, which is probably also why it was one of my favorite quests in the game, because it was contained and you did it all in one go because it was all in the same area. So maybe that's one of the reasons why the Butterfly Collector was great. I will come back to that maybe later. But like, these guys spread out across the world. These guys are actually a little more contained, but still spread out. These guys, they're fine. It makes sense for them to not be together. They should all be in the same area. They're fine. That was not a continuous storyline, so that was fine. But I just feel everybody should have been in the one location so that you could follow a story from start to finish without having to move into a territory that was much higher level than you, because that was the problem. These areas are level gated. You will get destroyed if you go into an area before you've leveled enough to enter it. So by having enemies in the same quest line beyond those borders, you either had to risk your life to fight them, but they would be higher level as well anyway, so you couldn't really do that. Or you had to do what I did, which was just not worry about them until you actually entered said area, by which time you've completely forgotten what the story was involving these people. A lot of the time towards the end of the game, I was completing quests that I'd gotten in the first 15 hours of the game. I'm at hour... Okay, way fewer hours than I was expecting. I'm at hour 47. I'm at hour 47 of this game. You gave me this quest in at hour 7. How am I supposed to remember the story related to this person? Even reading some of the things, some of the texts that go with it, it'd be like, that's great, but I don't really know what you're connected to, what the story is. Why am I killing you? I have no clue. I have no context for this because there's just been too much of a time gap, which means you care less about the quest. You care less about who you're killing and why you're killing them. And it's just a motion you're doing to just get a reward and move on. So that is a very poor decision for these quests. The handful of them were fine, the students of Nobutsuna and things like that, the yokai, it wasn't really a through storyline, that's all fine, but 90% of the quests should all have been contained in the one prefecture, the one area, the one region. It should not have been spread out. Because I didn't know who anyone was by the end of the game. I didn't know who anyone was. It's like, oh, I've spoken to you before. I have no memory of you. I've had so many Japanese names thrown at me in the last 47 hours. I don't know who you are. So it's just poorly executed. I do like the Butterfly Collector questline. I appreciated the... what's the word? I don't know the word I'm looking for. Just the way it started with such a simple quest. Go play a kid's game. All the previous Assassin's Creed games, okay, no, that's not true. Some of the previous Assassin's Creed games had little mini games in them, like Valhalla had the dice rolling game and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, maybe this is just Shadow's version of little mini games. I'm like, cool, that's great. Let's go find these origami butterflies. And then you start looking for these butterflies. And then you find out that there's a child kidnapping ring using blackmail to grab wealth of the people, of the business owners in the area. And just kids are being kidnapped and you got to rescue the children and find the masterminds behind it. It started small and then just escalated dramatically to something I wouldn't even have thought of, kidnapping children. Oh my gosh. So... the Butterfly Collector, definitely one of the best quests. Actually, it was the only good quest in this game, let's be real. And again, it was contained. It was something I did in order. I finished it from start to finish, I think, but mostly. And did it in one go because it was all localized. And it caught me interest. So that is an example of how to do a quest. Or a quest line. Not this other shit that this game gave me. Absolutely disgusting. I will reiterate, the Assassin questline and the Templar questline are wholly irrelevant to this game. They tried to shove it in at the beginning, they tried to shove it in at the end. But I will say for the 100th time, Naoe, no one cares about your fucking box. Nobody. No one cares about this jewel inside it. No one cares about some randomized mirror and Hattori Hanzo's box. Nobody cares. I do not care what the third missing box is. Hey, maybe that's a DLC. I don't know. But nobody cares. It has nothing to do with the story as a whole. It was just the developer's way of shoving the assassins at us, and it just didn't blend or mesh with the story because it was never enmeshed with the story. It was always, hey, member of Shinbakufu, on your deathbed, where's the box? And that was the only mention we ever have of it. It was so badly done. And on the flip side, the Templars. Who fucking cares? Why are they even here? They're only here because the assassins are here. And if you were going to have Yasuke connected to the Templars, again, that's something that you needed to have told us way back at the beginning and set up that conflict way back in the beginning, especially if you're going to put these motherfuckers as the last enemies in the game, beyond the Shinbakufu, who you've established is the point of the game, is to get rid of the Shinbakufu. But then to then put the Templars after that, and have to drag out the game with this Templar bullshit, then the Templars should have been established significantly earlier in the game, and you should have had to have killed more of them. 3 of them? Really? If they're supposed to be this big evil society that shapes the game, or whatever they're trying to say, like, there should be more than 3 of them. Really, honestly. It was forced into the game where it wasn't needed or wanted. And it just was not, again, the word enmeshed. It wasn't enmeshed into the game. It wasn't woven into the fabric of it so that it felt like it belonged. It was just a tacked on bit. And they should never have ended with the Templars and the Assassins. Never. They had a very clear plot. You had your BBEG. It was the Shinbakufu. It was very clear that the story of the game, the plot of the war, and getting revenge against Mitsuhide and all that shit, it was very clear early on that the Shinbakufu would be the end of the game. Working through their numbers and getting to their leader would culminate at the end of the plot of the game. That's how it's been set up. It's how it's been established. That's the expectation you've given your player. To then go, hey, you've dealt with the final guy. Go play another 3 hours by go killing some Templars and go on this big journey to find out more about your mother and the Assassin's Order. At this point in the game, your player doesn't care. They have completed the story beginning, middle, and end. Any further backstory, because that's what this is, backstory for your characters, is no longer useful or necessary or of value of any kind to the player. You needed to have these points prior to getting to the end of the Shinbakufu. Yes, okay, you have Mitsuhide's daughter, fine, but this needed to be resolved before he was resolved, because once he is done, the game's over. There's no reason for anyone to play. Like, why do I have a quest for Junjuro now? I only got that after I killed the Shinbakufu, or at least Mitsuhide. Why do I have a person's quest, and now Tomiko, related to Junjuro, after I've done all this? It's silly. No one's playing post-game. This is not the type of game where you play post-game. There's no end game. You finish the story and then you're done. So, unless you're, the kind of person who gets collectibles, but that's not most people. So this was just poorly structured. Very poorly structured. Did not like at all. By the way, I'm still missing something here, I'm convinced, because this whole thing is symmetrical and I still am missing a circle. How is it that I have missed an entire subset of enemies? You know what? Let me Google a completed board. Funnily enough, I can't find anything about it online. I don't know. I still maintain that there's something missing there. But whatever. I've done all I can. I've done all I care about. And what is up with this? Who is this guide? What is their relevance? What is their importance? Why are they in the game? Because they didn't appear at the end of the game like I was expecting them to. They've just ceased to exist. Why? Where are they? What's their purpose? So another thing that was just bad about the game. The voice acting was terrible. I liked the idea of having Japanese accented English. That was fine. I liked the choice there because it made it feel more grounded in the Japanese world. I did not like the people who could not enunciate well in English, in particular Rin. It was just grating on the ear. And I did not like Naoe's voice actress. I really didn't. Her voice was flat, monotone, and just the tone of it I found grating. It was like she didn't know how to express her emotion. And I get the whole Japanese people do not express their emotions, they're not as emotive and stuff, but there are things called subtleties in tone and change of inflection and ways to indicate showing changes of emotions subtly. She just didn't do any of that. She just spoke in the one tone the entire time as if that was somehow going to convey interest from the players. So I really did not like her voice actress at all. I would have picked someone else for sure. And I still don't like the way that they weren't using Japanese correctly. How everyone kept saying daimyos, which is not a word that exists in any dictionary in the world. Daimyo is both plural and singular. Japanese do not use plurals. Please, if you're going to be doing voice direction or being the voice director for your voice actors, understand the language you're getting them to speak so that you can say it correctly. Or better yet, just get them to read the text they're reading aloud because the text was correct. The text had daimyo singular. So the voice actors should be saying daimyo singular. Why do they keep adding S's if the text doesn't say that? Complete oversight on the voice direction, and I'm kind of angry on that front because it's just such a basic tenet of the language. Why are you sending a game in Japan and using its language if you're not going to use its language correctly? That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I'm just going to move on to exploration, or rather the viewpoints. I still hate that the viewpoints are primarily in hostile locations, so it's a struggle to get to them, and it's a struggle to get out of them if you're using them as fast travel points. It was just painful. And then if you're going to have them as your viewpoints, your fast travel points, what is the point of the kakaregas? Yes, I personally prefer the kakarega because it meant I didn't have to go through that clusterfuck of a castle just to get to the town. You know, as a fast travel point, the kakarega were far more useful and friendly. But the point stands as to maybe your fast travel points shouldn't have been at the top of castles then, if that's how it was going to be. You needed to have landmarks that weren't so hostile for people to get from point A to B simply and easily and smoothly. And it was no better when you had the non-hostile locations on mountains. How does that help anybody fast travel? Okay, yeah, I'm physically closer to my quest point, but I've still got to get off the fucking mountain, don't I? You're not exactly expediting the process by teleporting me here. I've still got to do the work to get off from this fast travel point. So the choices of these fast travel points was poor. It did not care about the quality of life of the player, and I'm frustrated from that experience. I'm also frustrated that the landmarks were so ugly. Here's a tree on a cliff where you get to see a panoramic shot of a forest. Here's another tree that you get to take a shot from, and you get to see more trees. Oh, you're at the top of a castle, so you can see the town below, but beyond that, more trees. There was nothing interesting in these panoramic shots. I get that it's Japan. I get that it's an historical space and you're trying to adhere to it. But by God, could you make the environment look more entertaining or interactive or just pretty to look at? Because these panoramic shots have always been high points of these Assassin's Creed games. Getting to a top of a structure and just getting that 360 view of the land around you has always just been beautiful and breathtaking. It's like, my God, this place is beautiful. Look at those other landmarks I have yet to get to and experience. But here it's like, cool, it's another castle. Ooh, nice trees. Oh, hey, it's winter. Looks like shit. They weren't interesting panoramic shots at all, which is why I kept skipping them at the end, because I just did not care. It was not pretty. When you compare it to things like the lighthouse at Alexandria in Origins, and you look out and your panoramic shots, it's like, my God, the pyramids of Giza are right there. That looks sensational. I can't wait to go over to that area. Or in Odyssey, when you get to the top of a temple and it's like, holy shit, look at this city around me. It looks so cool and so pretty. It's aesthetically pleasing. There just wasn't anything like that in Shadows. And on the note of aesthetically pleasing, again, what the fuck happened to your winter? I just don't get it. They had beautiful spring, beautiful summer, beautiful autumn. They had fantastic other seasons. The trees looked fantastic. The pathways, when you go through those bamboo groves, like, it is beautiful. The minute snow hits the game, it looks bad. And I didn't realize how bad. I thought I was overreacting, like, maybe it doesn't look as bad as I think it is. I'm just being dramatic. But then I started watching Valhalla, and you literally start in a snow zone, and it's so gorgeous. It's so pretty because the area was designed to be snowy. That's how it was created. It was a tundra, a winter landscape. Whereas in Shadows, these landscapes are not designed for winter. They were designed, in general, probably with summer in mind, and they've just tossed snow at something and called it a day. They haven't tried to make the snow aesthetically pleasing. They haven't tried to make it look awesome and cool. And like when you climb on top of a building that has snow on the roof, you don't really engage with the snow. You kind of just walk through it, but don't leave a path or any footprints or anything. It was weird and awkward. So I think that winter was really poorly done and poorly optimized because it kept slowing my frame rate. So yeah, big yikes on the winter front. Did not like. The game's clunky. I've bitched about it enough time throughout the game. The horse was clunky. Climbing was clunky. Not having an actual jump button what the fuck were you thinking? It's a parkour game, but you won't give me a jump button. I could only jump when there is something in front of me that you think I should be able to grab to. I can't just climb a cliff. I mean, come on, she should be the parkour queen. No, I don't care about Yasuke. He can't climb, whatever, don't care. Now I should be able to climb a goddamn cliff. She's a parkour queen. She should be able to rock climb like an absolute boss. Having taken that away when you've given it to us for 3 games thus far is cruel, and again, removes the quality of life. I do not like the lack of quality of life decisions made in this game. It is infuriating and frustrating, and it doesn't make me feel like a badass parkour person. It really doesn't. It makes me feel like she can't do the one thing she's supposed to be good at. It wasn't fun for exploration, for maneuvering around castles and shit, which also got super boring by the end. It just made everything feel so frustrating. It made it hard to get to where you wanted to go because you couldn't just climb as you wanted to, as you did in previous games. It was just infuriating. It's a strange choice. So many strange choices in this game. I don't understand it. And I hope if they ever make another Assassin's Creed RPG, which is super in doubt at the moment because the company's going under, they can at least go back to what the RPGs were and the things that made them good, not trying to change it for the worse. Yeah, it's terrible. It was terrible. Do I have much more to say? The inability to buy crafting materials to upgrade your weapons and your armor was kind of stupid. I have finished the game at level 54. He's rocking 47 level, even 45 level gear because the game hasn't given me enough materials. And then Naoe is rocking level 50 gear, not even a 46 over here. And it's through no fault of my own. Yeah, okay, sure, I'm not going up to castles and looting them, but that I shouldn't be punished for my playstyle. I shouldn't be punished and having to enter fights and making them seem more difficult than they should be simply because I choose not to explore castles and grab their loot and therefore am unable to break down those items to then upgrade my own items. Like, there seems like a disconnect there. I don't know, I feel like I'm being punished for not doing content in the game and therefore not being able to keep my items out on par with my level. And there seems something inherently wrong about that, so I did not like that. I didn't like not being able to dismantle my own gear from just the inventory screen, like you have been able to do in previous games. Can't speak for Valhalla because I don't remember much of it and I've only just barely started watching it. But in Origins and Odyssey, you could dismantle gear in your own inventory. It's convenient. Again, quality of life. At this point, you can probably say it with me. Quality of life implementations in this game. Very stupid. The hideout felt irrelevant. Yes, I wasn't using scouts the correct way because I put it on guided mode rather than exploration because exploration sucked. And for the record, stupid. Why do I want to waste my time with the scouts and haven't changed seasons to be able to scout just the main mission? I don't know, the whole thing's stupid. But the hideout was irrelevant. I didn't find myself going there for any other reason except to level my gear. There was literally no other reason why I ever stepped foot back in the hideout. I wish they'd done something more akin to Valhalla with your camp, where you kind of always came back to your camp at the end of an area. You completed Cambridgeshire or whatever. You go back to your camp, speak to Ranvi, speak to your people, do some shopping, build up some more structures, and then you'd head out to the next area. And then you'd come back and then do it again. And it wasn't, I can't say whether there was like story reasons and stuff for it, like they really grounded it and didn't make it feel extraneous. But they could have implemented that here. They could have given us reasons that were compelling and not trite and shallow to bring us back to the hideout at regular intervals, touch base with Tomiko, have a chat about where we are with the Shinbakufu, share what we know. Maybe she's had some spies or something, find out some more information on the Shinbakufu so we can confer and then we can set up from there. The hideout needed to have more gravitas. It needed to be more important. It needed to have a bigger impact on the characters and me as a player, rather than something that was just exciting at the beginning. Ooh, yay, building hideout, cool, great. To just being like, I really don't care. There's nothing here for me. I do nothing but upgrade my weapons here. So I think it fell flat massively in that aspect. My throat is actually starting to get very sore because I'm speaking a lot and I'm speaking quite loudly. And that really hurts my throat. So I'm probably just going to leave my criticisms there because that's what this is. They're fully criticisms. There's really not much I can say positive about the game except for the Butterfly Collector, which is, if that's the pinnacle of your game, you have concerns. Many, many concerns. So yeah, and just weird choices. Not hunting animals. Not being able to kill animals. Not having animals trying to kill you. These have all been, you know, basic things in the past games, yet suddenly we just take that out? Why? I have many questions about why things have been taken out of the game that were present previously. There just seems to be no reason for it. I mean, do I want wolves attacking me every 2 seconds? No, not really, but it's part of the world you're in. It makes it feel like it's a living, breathing world, instead of just whacking into deer constantly on the paths, but not actually hitting them or being able to get leather from them. I mean, Yasuke could have had the leather. It would have helped him a lot because I was always short of leather. So, you know, being able to ram into those deer and take their skin would have been helpful. Just saying. So, yeah. Strange choices made in this game. I don't really know what they were thinking. Is it a good game? No. It's like a 5 out of 10. It's just, if that might even be too generous. There are just too many issues with it. Poor writing, poor execution, poor choices made, no quality of life considerations for the player, and just overall bad. I'm a selfish person. I like playing these Assassin's Creed games that are the RPGs. You're essentially getting to just play a historical game. I don't even care about the assassin plot. I don't give two shits about the Templars, and I don't care about their modern world god bullshit. I just like being able to play in a historical setting and having like landmarks and like plot and NPCs related to history while having a new story. Like, that excites me. That's like the best thing for me. Fantasy-based game-ish, like RPGs set in history, in ancient history, because I love ancient history. This is just the best kind of game for me. So I selfishly wish for another Assassin's Creed RPG, but only if they do it right. If they have more trash shit like this, I don't want it. You can just stop right where you are, Ubisoft. I got no interest in that. Although, if Tencent buys Ubisoft, maybe they can make a Chinese Assassin's Creed. I'm ignoring Chronicles. Because that'd be super swell. I'd actually really like that. But anyway, I would like for there to be another Assassin's Creed RPG, but if it's going to be crap, no, I don't want it. So anyway, if you have suffered through to the end with me, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.